he got all of that. The crowd is standing on its feet here at Augusta. The normally reserved Augusta crowd going wild.
It's probably a copyright issue.
For this young Cinderella who's come out of nowhere, he's got about 350 yards left. He's going to hit about a 5-iron, I expect, don't you think? He's got a beautiful backswing. He got all of that one.
5-iron, 355.
He's got to be pleased with that. The crowd is just on its feet here.
Sounds like me, a black
Cinderella
sheep.
boy.
Yeah.
Tears in his
This
eyes,
last
I
one.
guess, as he lines up this last shot. He's got about 195 yards left, and looks like he's got about an 8-iron.
I don't need
This
iron.
crowd has gone deadly silent.
355 5-iron, 155 8-iron.
Former greenskeeper now.
195.
Oh, sorry.
Masters champion. It looks like a miracle. It's a final hole.
It's the grunt for me when he hits that last one.
Yeah, I'm sure it is Serena. Dear little Serena grunt. Oh, man.
Well, welcome to the show.
Yeah, here we are. Average Goats.
Average Goats,
Good to be
season
back.
1, episode 12.
This is number 12.
Was that the start?
That's the start.
That's
I
the
like it.
start,
We're back.
Pappy.
Wow. Welcome back, Hanger Boys. Gunga,
Yeah.
gunga, galunga.
Dalai Lama himself.
I bet you she was something before electricity.
Yeah, you do drugs, Danny?
Every day, sir. Bullfights on acid. I have been to midget wrestling on acid. No, just kidding. But yeah, welcome, season 1, episode 12. Michael, Joel, how we doing?
Good to be back in town.
Couldn't be better.
Couldn't be better. Well, I will say, I was kind of thinking, once we got through the PGA, we had a little lull, and I was kind of looking at the golf calendar the other day, and it's like full thrust ahead until about October. We got U.S. Open coming up. We got Olympics coming up. We got people trying to make the Ryder Cup coming up. We're going to throw a British Open in there. And then in our lives, we're talking invitationals and
Club
nonstop
championships.
club championships,
Yeah.
outing. Everybody's going to be having an outing almost every week because we didn't get to have them last year.
Outing season.
U.S. Open, got to talk about like the zillion exemptions they've given out, except for Fowler's like the only guy on the planet that doesn't have a U.S. Open exemption.
Did you see Ricky Fowler after he missed qualifying for the U.S. Open by one stroke? The autographs.
Oh, yeah.
The line was forever.
And it wasn't anybody pumping his social media. It
No.
was actually like parents of the kids that were in there, and he signed every single one of them for those kids.
He's standing there, shirt untucked, genuinely signing autographs for those youngsters.
And the sun's down. It's getting pretty dark out.
Mhm.
I tell you, I was never a big Ricky guy, but that one bought him.
Yeah.
That gets him on my list. I kind of like him. I thought it was
Bonus points.
legit. It wasn't, like I said, it wasn't socially driven.
No, not at all. Just Ricky being Ricky, I think. He's just drawn to the, with the young kids, trying to promote the game with them and stuff. So
And you talk about, he's got to be at like the deepest part of his slump. He's talked about watching the PGA with Tiger and
Yep.
I think
trying to do a little,
and he was
do
just
the
asked.
qualifying
He
for
was
the U.S. Open, and
not to cut you off. He was asked if he's going to watch the U.S. Open with Tiger, since he watched the Masters with Tiger, and he's like, "Yeah, we might play. We might go bang a few with Charlie. Bang a few holes out on the back 4 holes there." So
sounds like the prescription sunglasses are helping out though.
I never knew that. Did you read that?
no.
Says he could never see the ball land.
He has good vision, but he can't. His depth
Yeah.
perception, he can't see far. So he could really never see the ball land. And
I don't think that really matters for bad golf, though, does it? Like the ball's right in front of you, between your feet.
No, not when hitting it, but he's wearing those prescription sunglasses. That's why he's had sunglasses on lately. The last couple tournaments, they're
Okay.
prescriptions, and he says that it's helped everything.
Shot some good scores.
Had 2 good tournaments. The PGA he was solid in, and then at the Memorial he was right there too. He actually got to 6 under, I think, and on Sunday was fairly in the hunt at the Memorial. But
Round
I
one.
think it's good he's starting to stack making cuts. That's where it
Yeah.
starts, right?
and he didn't play well enough at that longest day in golf, the first round. He shot, I think, even par,
73.
right? One over,
One or
even
two
par.
over. but
73-66.
and then bounced back with a 66, which is pretty solid. So, and that one guy drained that like long birdie putt to pretty much push him out of making it.
Pushed like 4 or 5.
Yeah,
guys.
about a
Yeah.
handful of notable guys out.
Yeah. So, cool.
Well, yeah, we're getting close to the U.S. Open, but you brought it up. The Memorial Tournament had just passed, and pretty exciting tournament. I mean, I'd never seen John Rahm win a tournament like that. Oh wait, no, that didn't happen because of some COVID-19 snafu.
Back it up.
Restrictions.
Is it
Guidelines.
still 19 COVID, or is this the 20 version or 21 version?
What?
Huh?
Serious, Clark?
I don't know. What's your thoughts on that? Everybody's talking about.
You know, we gave
Play
Is
by
that the best?
himself.
Is that the best time to come and tell him that he's COVID positive and?
Well, I can feel myself getting on a ramble here, so I'm gonna let you guys go first.
All right, go ahead.
I don't know. I saw both views. They could have let him play by himself or something like that. But then they had a picture of obviously the galleries, and galleries were packed and full with people right next to each other. Granted, there may or may not be a positive COVID person in there, but is everybody vaccinated? I mean, it was just kind of, you're letting everybody else stand close to each other in the crowd or galleries, and you can't let him go play either by himself, with 6 feet apart or whatever. I mean, if the caddy was a concern, make him carry his own dang bag and make his caddy stay 6 feet apart or something. It just could probably have done something, but
I mean, everybody has their own COVID stance, to each their own, 100%. But I saw somebody come out on Twitter and say, they put it really well that, every guy out there has the choice to be vaccinated or not vaccinated. They're outside in the open, and essentially saying it's their choice if he's positive or not positive. And the whole protocol anyway that they have to go through is they have to have 2 positive tests. The first one, if it comes back positive, they got to substantiate it with a second positive test. So I say just stop testing them. I mean,
Well,
I'm bouncing around to every place around here, and there's a sign on the door that says, and I'm not trying to offend anybody with this COVID stuff, but every place says, masks are recommended unless you've been fully vaccinated. But like I said, that person put it on Twitter. They have the choice to have, at this point, been vaccinated or not vaccinated. Let them play. Stop testing. It's my stance.
okay. I just we gave props to the PGA Tour about being the best professional league to keep them playing through the pandemic. And this is the first time I heard about their protocols and the way it goes. So I guess they all accept the rules. But why are you not having them test after the round right away so that night? The timing of it was just way off for me. And you let him play that round, and then you tell him once he gets done.
Well,
why wouldn't you
there
hold
were-
them off in the?
Supposedly the results were not back yet.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So they should have been the whole
'Cause-
calendar schedule should be different.
I think Lee Westwood he had a Q&A on Twitter, and he may have been the one that was talking about the vaccinated, unvaccinated. But anyhow, he said that there's 2 testing times, one in the morning and then one in the afternoon. So I don't know when he would have gotten that second test done to where it came back positive and they came and notified him. But what's the difference between telling him on the green in front of everybody? It's almost like they're trying to make a scene, to be honest. But what's the point of telling him out there versus when he gets back to
Well, now you
the
want
scores
to be around
table?
as playing competitors, and
Well, that's what I get at.
And then he's walking through the crowd, though, and there's people right there. I mean,
He's been around staff. He's been around the staff of the driving range, the staff working the holes. His caddy's been around people. They were in the group with the player and the caddy that day. They were not social distancing. So what happens if these people start getting a positive test on Thursday and they got to play? It's just crazy how he wasn't able to play and other people were, but we're still not social distancing. It was, I don't know, it was just fishy. And I mean, he had the commanding lead. It was done.
He was 6 clear, right?
It was done.
Yeah.
As the kids are saying now, he was yoked. He was he was in the zone.
What are the kids saying? I'm not familiar with that
Yoked.
one.
Yoked.
that's what they say over there at the seasons.
That's the
Yeah.
season's talk?
No, that's what people say. When people are jacked, the whole Tim Tebow thing. When the picture came out of him as the tight end with
All
the
jacked
ball
up.
and they jacked, everybody was like, "Oh, he's yoked."
Plus
So, yeah.
1,500 right now, I think, for Tebow to catch a TD pass this year.
Oh, I'd be betting that hard,
Yep.
hard and often. But yeah, no, I just didn't like how that all. That's what she said. I didn't like how they handled the whole timing of that, and there should, I don't know. It's a tough situation for everybody involved for sure, but
Yeah.
he won the tournament. Now we can get to who they crowned at the end of it, and you had an interesting perspective of Jack Nicklaus on the side of the 18th green. I don't know if you'd like
Yeah.
to share that with everyone, but
I don't have a problem. I mean, Nick, he was right there just ready to jerk everybody off.
yeah, it was,
You know,
it was a little too much
they
with him.
didn't even barely hole out, and Jack's like
Well, he was
wrapped
like
around the shoulder. Come
he was
on.
on the fringe, like,
Yeah.
let him finish his hold and walk out there. I don't know, kind of weird for sure.
Yeah, and Barbara's right there too. I mean, what are we doing here?
But so once Rom was out, it came down to the Morikawa Cantlay showdown. And what did you guys think of how the tournament finished out?
I thought it was good. Ended in a playoff, right? One hole
Correct.
playoff.
Yep.
Playoff.
Ended on the first playoff hole. Patrick Cantlay, I like the kid. I like both of them actually. They both played pretty well. Both played.
I don't like Cantlay.
I'm not. I'm glad you said it because
Yeah.
I'm not a Cantlay
I don't
fan
like
either.
his routine.
He kind of looks like an angry horse jockey or something with the pointy nose and ears. And
I'm not sure I like anything about him, to be honest.
Yeah.
With you.
I don't like his routine. His routine is very long.
I think he comes along across as a smug.
His demeanor, yes.
And this is gonna sound terrible, but like one of those country club people. He's a smug, like he's entitled to everything, and you should be happy with the 50-cent tip
So
at
there's
the bag drop.
There's Cantlay and then there's average goats, right? That's what you're saying.
No, Cantlay is not on any spectrum that an average goat is on. I don't know what it is. He gives off a bad vibe.
Plays well.
I agree. I don't like the vibe.
Cool,
either.
assholes play well sometimes.
I don't like the vibe either. It turns me off. I am a Morikawa fan, so I was hoping he would pull it out. Just his approach to the game, always positive, smile on his face. Even when Jack was whispering in his ear when he, after the 18th, then after the playoff hole. So
You want a Muirfield shake?
the bunker shot that he hit,
Is that what he said to him?
the bunker shot that Morikawa hit, I thought in the 72nd hole was pretty good.
To be honest, Jack's kind of old and up there. He probably said something very inappropriate and not PC in America today.
I don't know. He was wired up the whole time.
Oh man.
So.
But yeah, I thought kind of the overview of the tournament. It was a little over broadcasted, but I thought it was interesting the redo of the course and how they
Yeah.
only had 10 months, and I kind of forgot about how they went back to back weeks
Yep.
at Muirfield. But I remember watching that tournament last year,
Tearing it up.
and they were tearing up the 6th green,
Yeah.
and I was like, man, can I get a couple pallets of that sod?
Yeah, we'll take it. Right?
We'll drive over
So
and pick it up.
Yeah.
Rory was talking, I think after the tournament earlier this week, that about the redo, and that with some of the changes that they made, he said, it's almost gotten to the point where everybody is hitting to the exact same spots off the tees. So we're hitting to the exact same spots, and we're all hitting the exact same clubs. There's very few holes out there, he said, where we can look at taking a different line. We're all hitting to the exact same spot.
Well, that's what I noticed about a lot of those holes. You're watching them play a hole, and you're like, isn't this the same hole as this hole over here? It just seems like you see a lot of repetitive holes out there, and even the par fives, they end up being the same as the par fours, where you got a creek you got to carry it over, or a body of water that you got to carry it over to a green that shorthands you on the right side a little bit, and you got to keep it left. Just a lot of holes that look like they repeat.
So as a super, what do you think of the remake or redo?
I think it's cool. I think they got the sub air out there now too on the greens at least.
Yeah.
So I mean that's interesting and everything. But I think overall golfers, and I think Jack kind of got caught up with this. The interview with him, I just wanted one more run at it.
To redesign, to redo
Like,
course.
the Mona Lisa is the Mona Lisa. It's an ugly painting of a guy that everybody thinks is a girl, right? Isn't
Yeah.
that the Mona Lisa? So this constant tweaking or searching for perfection. Golf is not perfection. Like I know we go back and forth, and you guys always think I'm kidding, but like bunkers are made to be bunkers.
Greens
Yeah.
are made to be tough.
Greens are made to be tough.
Yeah, greens should be
Sometimes
tough, right?
greens run away from you and fall off into
Yeah,
areas.
Yep.
But bunker, your ball's supposed to plug. It's not supposed to be this perfect white sand with your ball sitting up on top of it every single time.
And even that.
Jack, I don't mean to cut you off, but Jack one time at this tournament brought out furrow rakes. You guys remember that?
I
Where
remember
when you
that.
rake it, it was
Got a
sometimes
big
your
old
ball
thick-
would be in the groove or it would be on top of the groove. You just didn't know. And it's the old saying is the rub of the green. And we're just this constant pursuit of perfection. It's not supposed to be perfect.
Yeah.
It's perfectly imperfect. That's what golf. That's why golf is so great.
Just go out there and bang it, right? I was
Yes.
just going to say, sometimes on a golf course, you're going to have a forced carry, right? I mean, you just got to hit the shot.
We go back and forth where I play, and we're going to play the ball down everywhere now, and except the fair. Just play the ball down. Stop touching the damn ball. Who cares if you have mud on your ball? It's the same for everyone.
Yeah.
Quit touching your balls.
Yeah. Well, I want to move. No, you
Do
want to
you
move
guys-
because you're behind a tree. I know what you're doing.
If you're playing in the early spring or late fall,
Leaf rule.
and guys are rolling it, do you still roll it, or you just leave it?
Because other people in the group, you mean?
No, just in general. If you're whenever the last several years, how many ever years now, you just play the ball down all the time. I don't even think about it.
If I'm playing,
regardless of when or where it is, I don't even think about. I just go up and hit the golf ball wherever it is.
I'll be honest. If I'm playing with guys and they're rolling it in the game, I'm not rolling it every time. But if my ball's sitting down and we got, even if it's only for $20,
Yeah.
I'm gonna roll it a little bit.
Yeah.
And that's why I laugh at people with handicaps because handicap ain't right if you're rolling it, and your handicap ain't right if you're giving up 3-4 footers to keep the game moving on the green. Like, I think the way it should be is if you're gonna have a net double bogey, yeah, then pick up.
Right.
You're kind of there. You're kind of at the end of the line for that hole. Go start at the new tee, and but
Yeah, I think was a majority of the redesign. I just heard him talking about more pin locations. Is that?
Yeah,
what
because
a
the greens were
majority of
too
it's-
severe in certain spots.
Is
So
that a
like
majority of what it's centered
they
around?
talked about on 18, like at the end there, that you couldn't put
back
the
right
pin any
pin.
further or back because it just wasn't fair.
well, so like if you have a course, this is gonna a lot of older munis or even older country clubs where their greens are built from just say 90, 95 and before that. The technology look at your computer and your phone. It changes every 4 or 5 months, right? So you have a green that was built back then with the technology. A fast green was technically like a 9 or a 10.
Yep.
So now you get these greens rolling every day at 10.5 to 12.5 because everybody thinks they're a great putter on fast greens, and everybody has it in their head. I want the fastest greens because these greens suck because they're slow, yada yada yada. But
Yada 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 yada.
yada yada yada. But the truth is, you run out of pin placements on old
Yeah.
greens because now they're pitched more in this area and that area, and
Yeah.
the wear and tear then goes up.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's stuff to that. But
I
honestly,
mean, even the tour bros though,
I'm gonna get
they
my
bitch
chance.
about the greens get too fast.
I'm going to get to my chance to play Muirfield. I want to do it one time. I think it'll be fun, but maybe this was a tweak that just went a little too far. To touch almost every hole out there, I mean, that's insane.
Yeah,
And
I would
wasn't-
love to play there too, and I think what appears to be the most difficult thing out there is just the rough. I mean, especially I'm guessing they don't keep it that way year round, but when you go right from the green to something like that, that's tough.
Well,
I mean,
that's how this-
Colin Morikawa whiffed.
That's how next week's supposed to be.
Think about that. You tied, had to go to a one-hole playoff, and you had a whiff.
Yeah.
Shoffley posted a video yesterday or today of him practicing at Torrey, and behind 18 green at Torrey, the par 5, rough was 6 inches. His ball squirted right after he hit a chip shot. Like, went nowhere.
Yeah, but that's what average goats get in the spring.
Correct.
You get a wet spring
Yeah.
at some of these places, and
It's long.
the guy doesn't show up, or the machine breaks, and the rough grows for a week. You get some
Can't
stuff like
keep up
that.
with it.
No.
Yeah, I got a story for that. So, a few years ago, playing with a gentleman from the club, and this is when our new superintendent at the time happened to keep the rough a little bit longer in the early spring there for a little bit, and he draws a lie on the right side of hole 2, between the bunkers. It's on the fringe or the second cut there, up against the rough. Okay, and we're playing him in league, and he is staring.
We're gonna need like a fake name that rhymes with his real name.
He's in the football business,
Okay.
so he is trying to figure out a way to get a club on this golf ball. I'm not shitting you. His ball is sitting here, and this is the rough behind his ball. And he's
It
like,
was not 7 inches.
it was close, and he's like, I don't know how I'm gonna hit this. So he grabs like a 3-wood or something like that, and swings, and the ball just goes whoop, and stops. Reaches down, picks it up, puts it in his pocket. I'm done.
I
I'm
don't
done on
remember
this one.
this.
Yeah, you weren't there. This was before your time.
Oh,
That's hysterical.
Oh, it was priceless.
Last note on that Memorial tournament, we were kind of talking about the redo, though. It started with a greens renovation to get more pin placements and stuff like that, and then it turned into we want to get a little bit of the POA out of the greens too, so we're going to regrass all the greens. And then Jack was like, well, if we do that,
Why
we
not?
still have POA in the fairways, so they'll just track the POA from the fairways onto the new greens. So let's rip up the fairways. Okay, well, while they're out there, they're like, oh, let's pinch some of them, let's widen some of them. Then it turns into, well, we need a new pump station. Well, we're doing a new pump station, then we're going to need new heads and pipe in that too. So let's just do a whole new. It just literally snowballed out of that, and then Jack is like, pretty much, this is the last time we're ripping it up. Let's do it. So
In 10 months,
must
though.
be nice. 10 months they were completed and opened for this tournament. I mean, that's kind of insane.
That is wild.
Especially in
that,
Ohio.
With that much involved.
In,
yeah,
in Ohio.
And you could see some weird stuff on the, like some waves on the green. Did you notice that too?
Yeah, it's probably where it's just kind of
Maybe
growing in,
water,
stuff like
just-
that. Just stuff for how it's growing, and it's not fully mature yet.
No, I know.
Yeah.
But yeah, the sub error I think was just mainly because of the Ryder Cup, right? Didn't they have some heavy rains when they did the Ryder Cup there? That
President Cup?
President Cup maybe?
Yeah.
That
I don't
delayed
know.
some things. Maybe I don't know.
No clue.
I think,
think
it's just-
sub.
I
If
think
you had the
it's same
opportunity,
thing. They want sub air. They got them open. Let's put it in. They have the
Yeah.
money, and they don't want a Memorial or any tournament in the future. They're going to have their Presidents Cups, Ryder Cups, whatever. They don't want anything to be affected by one of those summertime
Weather.
thunderstorms.
yeah, and they're in
where
the
you can-
they're in
you
the wheelhouse for one of those big downpours.
Well, yeah. I mean, it delayed them on Friday.
Yeah.
But look at just in our area. I mean, south down by Rensselaer, Indiana. The one day they had 2 inches of rain, and then in the afternoon they got another 2 inches. They got 4 inches in one day. So
Yeah.
that's what happens here in the summer sometimes.
Yep.
So then they load up out of Ohio. If they weren't qualified for the U.S. Open, they went to their qualifier for the longest day of golf, like we talked about, and then they drove down to South Carolina. They're playing the Palmetto Championship, and this is kind of cool. This championship is actually taking over for the RBC Canadian Open. And
I
you guys,
I did not know
I did
that.
not
No.
know that.
so we had talked about this. Michael, you brought this up earlier. I had brought up about this golf course, and I believe everybody's going to be talking about the course at the end of the week. Kind of like earlier in the year when we talked about concessions.
Concessions.
This is going to be the same thing. Pretty cool track, and I'll get into some more of the details into it. But this staff only had 3 months to get ready
Really?
for the tournament.
Because that's all they knew about,
Yeah,
or
yeah,
really?
three months to get ready after they announced that they were replacing the RBC Canadian Open. Kind of cool. But what are you guys looking forward to this week?
There's some good names in the field, and it looks like
That's a stacked lineup right there.
Yeah, some guys already up there at the top that are, it looks like DJ's back home and striking it while he's at the top of the board. So I really think it's cool to see them play golf courses that they haven't really played before. Like you said, the concession and this one,
Yep.
what is it called, Congaree? I think that's awesome. I would like
was
to see
the,
more of that happen, but I know it's not possible. But it would be awesome for them to always have a kind of a new look, 1, 2, 3 times a year.
Yeah, I agree. This course was the new private course of 2018, and this year it's rated the 39th course out of the top 100 courses in America today.
Really?
Yep.
So how does a place like this, brand new in 2018, you said, right?
Mhm.
How do they attract a PGA Tour event?
Probably because they have PGA Tour
Politics.
players that are members, or they have an in at the PGA of America, or, RBC Canadian Open's kind of falling apart, so it's not the RPC Championship at Congaree, so they probably needed a
New sponsor.
sponsor,
Okay.
so the sponsor might have had some pull,
Government.
maybe this governor here right there, that guy looks shiesty as hell.
It's a nice coastline that we
I'm
just saw.
sure it's all above board.
I mean,
in
that's a
South Carolina.
great area to
Oh,
play
absolutely.
golf down there.
Yeah.
But you just never know, like, who owns the place? Who, how are they getting a shot at it so quick when there's so many golf courses out there?
Yeah, I think what we kind of alluded to. I think it's really cool though. The thinking behind the construction of this course was for it to play firm and fast like the Sun Belt of Australia. So it's kind of the thinking behind the architecture, and it's 36-35 par for 71, and they're going to play it at 7,655 yards.
That's a pretty stiff yardage for a 71.
Yeah.
You
And-
consider, wasn't the PGA 72 and they were at 78, 60?
PGA was
Oh.
79.
No, it was 78, 89, something like that. It was almost
78, but it was a par 72, wasn't it?
Yeah, so you're talking. You're
But that's
talking
what I'm saying, so
just
you're
maybe a little
shaving.
bit more than 200 yards, and you're shaving a stroke. So
Yeah.
yeah, kind of crazy. This place though, they got a superintendent, they got an assistant superintendent, they got a director of golf, and then you ready for this, Joel? They got 34 staff and 45 volunteers this week. It's a lot of equipment and a lot of lunches you got to provide at the end of the day for sure.
I'll tell you what, the PGA Tour app didn't even have enough time to get the course correct on the
Scorecard.
the course layout like I like to look at while we're on the show here. Some
Well,
of the
why-
holes aren't even showing. If you click on the hole, all it gives you is the green. You can't even see it. Like the 18th, I was trying to zoom in on that because it's like a hard dog leg right, but you can
Right.
take on the water.
What the hell's Google Maps doing?
Can't get shit on here.
Well, you know what we should do then is you
Go
guys
play
are,
it, I
you
mean.
guys are well that too, but you guys are tech savvy. So how do we get a hold of the PGA Tour? Is it MySpace? We hit up their MySpace account.
Probably.
And we say
gotta
we're
get
gonna come down.
ICQ.
We're gonna come down with the Average Goats GoPro, and we'll film the hole by hole for them and have it up by Saturday morning.
I mean, we can get that done.
A couple cold cuts and 3 cases of beer, and we'll get it done
Couple
for you.
of cold cuts.
And a couple carts so we can play it at night,
3 cases of beer might be not enough.
putting at night with the dean's daughter, Danny. So, who you guys liking this week for a winner?
I'm taking Mitchell.
Keith Mitchell, right there on the screen.
Is
That guy.
Yep.
He went
Doesn't
from
he kind of look like
think he was-
who does he look? The golfer Kenny Perry. Does he
Yeah,
look like a younger Kenny Perry there?
little
The
that
hat, the
Kenny
hat.
Perry
The
look.
visor,
yeah.
yeah, for sure. But
You know who else wears one of those visors like that? Lick Tag. Old Tommy, he's a visor guy like that.
Oh, okay.
You're taking
Wait,
Mitchell.
over
I'm
at the
pretty
Ush?
Yeah, at the Ush.
Oh,
You ever never seen Tommy in a visor like that?
no, but there's a guy that plays out there, kind of looks like Robert Redford. That looks like. Did you ever hear that about him?
No.
Yeah, some people think he looks like Robert Redford
Yeah,
from The Natural.
the natural.
Yeah.
I'll say it.
So you're taking Keith Mitchell, and I think pre-air he was
He's +1.
He was under par, I think.
And now he's +1.
Now he's +1.
Man.
Or you should have went with somebody that's already finished their round.
I'm not going to do that.
Since we're recording this a little later than usual.
I'm not going to do that.
Well, just so everyone knows, some breaking news. We actually got a text slash check. Beep, 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 beep.
Hit the
Breaking
wire.
news. I have some breaking news. We got a message from Justin Thomas's people, and they threatened an injunction on the show if Joel kept taking JT.
Oh yeah. We got to put an end to this.
Back-to-back picks. They're like, wait a minute.
It was kind of like Drake.
Yeah.
Drake was bad luck for all those NBA teams or whatever. When he'd show up to the games and they said stop.
Yep.
Yeah,
so-
the Raptors.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that and he's just writing checks. We should have asked him for a check if he's so willing to get his checkbook out. JT.
Yeah. Writing checks to Vasecki.
Yeah, Joel, how do you feel about that? You don't seem to be a fan over there. It looks like you have like a, you're either you don't like it or you need your appendix pulled.
Yeah, talk about tears in his eyes.
Yeah,
I
you look
guess.
hurting over there.
I'm just not a big fan of it. The guy's been doing it for, he's in his late 20s,
No,
right?
yes, he's in.
Late
He's like
20,
26 or
26.
27.
And so he's been at it for
Some
3 or
would
4
consider that
years
mid, but
out of college or whatever. And I don't even know if he played in college. I don't agree with it. And I'm a make it on your own type of person. So
Well, that's not his fault though for getting an offer like that from Justin Thomas. Are you? Are
it
you
was
like?
recorded.
No,
on,
it isn't
was
his fault.
recorded on television, though. You're telling me they didn't know about it?
I don't think
Isn't
Mike Vasicki knew.
isn't everything recorded?
Yeah, we talked earlier. Ricky Fowler signing some autographs for kids with a
Yeah.
shirt untucked, and there's people out there with their phones.
Yeah, everything's recorded.
Or Dan
So-
Morgan Wallen.
So hold on. Yeah, right.
Whoa,
Wow.
Whoa, whoa,
Yikes.
whoa, whoa.
Yeah, unreal. Can't be doing that. I
Talk about being PC. This show is PC unless we're throwing Arnold Palmer under the bus.
that old bag. Hold on though.
I
Let's
just
get back
don't-
to
I
this.
just don't
Do you
like
think
it.
it was phony on Justin's part? Is that what you're trying to say?
No, I just don't like.
Okay, so let me
doing
just
that.
say, you're Vasecki, and Bubba Watson comes up to you and says, "I love your story and that thing with you and your dad." Justin Thomas thinking it's like me and my dad. He was
Yeah.
a PGA teacher. You called your parents, and your mom was at the store. Heartbreaking story. Awesome. You're finally on a roll. It gets tough out there. Here's a little something to help you
Really,
get
really
by.
tough.
To you, and maybe he's kind of thinking, remember me and my charity when you make it big. you better be coming to my golf outing or something like that.
Yeah,
I
he
don't know what
could've
he's
said
doing,
that.
but
Yeah, I don't buy into that. I did see some people bitching about it, but
I don't blame Mike Vasicki.
no, not one bit.
No.
And in JT's, I think he put a little blurb out there, but he's thinking, from what it sounded like, he had all the advantages coming into the business. His dad was in the golf business, his grandpa was in the golf business, and Vasaki hasn't had those opportunities. He's still trying to grind it. So I'm going to throw the guy a few bucks to keep pushing along, right? Because at any minute he could run out of funds and he's done. He can't
agree.
play in some of these tournaments.
That could happen for all these guys that are trying to do this.
But going
Well,
back to
go find somebody to write you a check.
Well, a lot of them do. They have sponsorships that they're contracted with. And gotta
All
pay
right.
for.
I don't blame, like I said, I don't blame Mike, and I would take the check too. Honestly, Justin,
I will take a
I'll
check
take
right now,
check. I'll take a
JT.
check, yeah.
JT, write us a check.
Yeah, for
But I mean, it's like, did you see the guy that won the European Tour event this past
and
weekend?
Justin.
We'll take a
Thomas-
check for $2 million right
and Justin,
now for the next business pursuit.
And too soon.
Too soon.
But like Justin, the part I had a problem with, it was like produced by
Yeah,
Justin Thomas's people. So it kind of made, when it happened, I don't blame Mike. I blame Justin. If you want to do that, you slide the check to him in the locker room. You do it behind closed doors. You do it. This to me played out like it's a grab for that pot at the end of the
Attention.
year.
Yeah.
And get him some more viewers, and maybe he wants to get over the gay slur from earlier this year a little bit more and try to put some more distance from that point of view. But the whole thing about he had
Could
everything.
be our last episode.
Why gay slur? That's what what do you want me to call it?
I'm kidding.
Okay.
I'm making a joke.
I'm not gonna say the word. Maybe tonight if I miss a putt. No, I'm just kidding. But and the whole thing with him having every advantage, like, yeah, they were PGA pros, but it's not like Justin Thomas is folding shirts and selling hot dogs like
No.
the rest of the PGA pros out
No,
there.
I agree.
It
He
costs,
made it
money,
on tour.
it costs money to play in those events. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not cheap
Yeah.
to get into those things.
And talking to one of the guys that from Notre Dame that played in the qualifier, when we were asking him, what are you going to go do after school? And he's like, I'm going to move to Florida. Sounds like there's a big group of
College guys, or
college
Notre
guys
Dame
that
guys.
are trying to give it a go, and he's like, I'm going to try to make it on tour. So it's kind of like these guys got a number of years where they're trying to grind it out to get on tour, and it's, you all go through a channel, whether it's, he was talking about, what did he say? Hopefully we're going to get him on the show soon, but they got to go through the Canadian tour,
Latin America.
tour, or one of these others, and don't they charge them to play in those events, a lot of them.
All tournament. Yeah, you
Oh yeah. And then the travel and all that.
Yeah.
It's a grind.
Yeah, so,
it's like a couple grand, $1,000 to get into these tournaments.
I mean, just JT, give Vaseki a check, give us a check. I mean, it's not that hard.
Yeah. And do it in the locker room.
Yeah.
And I just didn't like the whole production of him doing it in front of the cameras. I agree with that part, but I'm not turned down the
Yeah,
check
but
if I'm
not.
like,
But nowadays, I can't do that nowadays, can you?
he could have done it in the locker room.
No, I'm saying he could have, but I'm saying
Correct.
everything is in the spotlight nowadays. You got to, his PR people are probably saying, if we're going to do this, we're going to.
So that's what I was trying to say
Put it out
earlier.
there.
With what happened earlier this year, he's very well calculating now.
Yeah.
So that
I
was
mean, even
calculated
if
to do
Phil-
it in front of cameras.
If Phil Mickelson is going to do a deed like this, it's going to be a show nowadays. You know what I mean? It's just how we
Bring
operate.
back the big break. I agree.
how we operate.
Flop wall.
Yeah, I don't know. The guy that won the European Tour was his first win this past weekend or Monday or whatever when it ended, and he was crying on film too, and made a bit.
Tears in his eyes, I guess.
Went to a ranking of like 190 in the world after the win, and
That wasn't this
160.
past weekend, was it? I thought that was weeks ago.
No, that was this weekend. Crying on film, did it for him, did it for himself. Just
Are you sure this wasn't 2 weeks ago?
I'm sure someone gave him a check along the way, though. It just wasn't on film. It wasn't from Justin Thomas.
Yeah.
Who knows?
no, these people get sponsorships. I mean,
I thought one of the
get backers.
one of the interesting stories since the last time we shot a show was the Eric Compton and how he got a sponsor's exemption, but with COVID and everything and all of his medical bills, the 2-time heart recipient transplant, he's actually been given lessons to help out pay the bills, and that big top 10 finish a couple weeks ago. I think he might have snuck on maybe into the top 20, but that was going to go a long way and help out with that. So that was kind of an interesting story, but. Michael, we never got your pick. Who you liking this week?
You didn't make a pick, did you?
No, I'm going somebody that played some college golf down in that area by the name of Harris English. Ah, you thought I was doing the Dustin Johnson thing?
Well, I'm going to take DJs.
Yeah. Well, you could win about
I need
7 weeks in a
every-
row,
I
and you
need-
still be in third place.
And
out
I
of a
still owe you
three-person
like
league.
72 beers.
Yeah.
I had a couple weeks of miscuts there. I think with some people.
Yeah, with
Yeah.
JT, the
Yeah,
guy
that-
you're trying to diss. You took him 2 weeks in a row, then you're throwing him under the bus.
Yeah, and his people contacted us.
Yeah.
Just knock that shit off. So real quick then, before we jump into the fun and local stuff, week from now, U.S. Open, national championship. Maybe we do some sort of like sit around, drink beer, live viewing party or something.
I think that'd be
for-
a lot of fun.
for one of the days, and people can watch. And maybe we do it from Yushi Deck.
That means
Shoot.
we got to move our equipment.
Oh, for one episode, it could be worth it. Who knows? We
Yeah.
could do it on the deck and interview people right there. But who
I
you
could-
guys kind of liking for the U.S. Open
Well, I can-
early odds?
Tell you one person who says he's not going to be
Tiger Woods.
there. Tiger. Turn
Shocker.
down the
Turn down
chance
for
to be
what?
on NBC.
Turned down for what? Oh, were they trying to get him to come on and talk a little bit?
Yeah.
He won't even do an interview on phone like Zoom,
They said he wanted to do a little bit of the broadcast.
and he wouldn't do it.
I don't blame him. He's got to watch it with Ricky. You think
Nance,
he's got time
I
to
don't
go there?
know, man. You got to do the interview like he did before from your little trophy room. Like this is Torrey Pines epic 2008.
I don't know. He might just be so focused on getting
Nance,
back. he's
Nance
just-
said it just sets a bad mindset. You know, am I to that stage of doing those kinds of things,
And you're not
just-
done yet.
and you're not done yet? It
Boom.
kind of sets
Jim Nance, who's not quite making Tony Romo money, but still pretty good money.
still makes $30 million or $20 million. Just kind of sets the
March Madness to the Masters. Tough life, that guy. To the NFL.
more
Yeah.
people asking, "Hey, do you want to come do this for us this week?" And
Right.
having to, well, I said yes here, so
Yeah, I guess. You know who will talk
it would
about
be
it?
it would be awesome. Yes,
You know who will talk about it to nauseating degrees and who won't shut up about the 2008 U.S. Open? Rocco Mediate. Still trying to get money off of that thing. You finished second, bro. If you win, maybe, but you didn't. I told the devil, let's make a deal. Let me win this one. And the devil replied, I already made a deal with the other guy. You ever seen that in the interview? Oh,
Never.
God. Watch it, dude. It is awful. So then he's like, so I wore the red and black to get in his head. Tiger's like, yeah, I laughed at him. Little midget trying to outgolf me.
I still think it was funny when Tiger was going through all those struggles, and Rocco was trying to come in and say, "Hey, I know what you should do."
Just for the record,
I know
which
which
struggles are we talking?
I know, whichever one. And Rocco was trying to come in and give advice on what he should do and what he should fix, and so
Man. Pressing forward.
Yeah, I don't know who I like yet. Still, I gotta.
I'm going to take
look
Phil
at
the
field.
Thrill.
There's 87 exemptions, I
I
think.
like Phil. I like Kepka.
I'm not sure Phil makes the cut, but
All right. Let's bet.
Another six.
yes, 30-pack.
Let's bet a
no,
30 rack.
we're beyond. We're beyond 30 beers here.
Well, I didn't say
About
double
90.
or nothing. I think we should do 24. We should do a case of beer on that one.
That's fine.
All right. That will be over the century mark.
I'm just gonna get him a keg.
I like Shoffley. I'll take Shoffley.
You got to go get me the mini 8-ounce cans. Shoffley. Okay. You saw the little interview with him out there because he grew up from there. Good pick. He was on my list. He was in the crowd that day.
I know that was
That
cool,
was a
wasn't
really
it?
cool interview. Yeah.
Morikawa is always a good pick out there. I'll lean that way for right now.
You're not going Bryson
Not going
on
Rom.
the big screen behind you.
I'm never taking
Rom's
Bryson.
Rom's won there before.
That's fine. You might get a positive test and be done.
Justin Rose might make a comeback.
Justin Rose.
He's won there a couple times.
John Daly won there.
Justin Rose's comeback
1984
At the
or
Masters.
84 Lumber
at
Classic.
the Masters
The 84
lasted
lumber.
like
No, the
2.5
jacket was
rounds.
the lumber class. And trim spa.
Yeah.
He had trim spa on that rain jacket.
That one's in the lumberyard, Danny.
And like pork belly pig barbecue. He was like Roy McAvoy from
Tin cup.
Tin Cup, West Texas.
You,
So
you always play better when you're hungover.
yeah,
But the course looks tough. Torrey Pines
Really,
looks
really
tough.
tough.
it does. Now, are they doing the 2 courses on Thursday and Friday, and then going to 1 course in the weekend, or are they using just
I
the one
think the
course?
same.
Just the South.
Although it would make sense, as many guys are in the field.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Like 87 exemptions.
Yeah, they came in with a bunch of European tour
Yeah.
stuff and across the world stuff. So, past U.S. Open winner right here, Lucas Glover, trying to get his game into shape.
He's got to be on the lookout for his old lady.
Do you remember where he won?
No, I don't remember where that was.
Bethpage Black, correct.
But more importantly, if he doesn't play well, his wife really beats his ass.
You are all on that. Wow.
You've never heard that story, or you did hear
Yes.
that? Actually,
Bring
I
it.
don't think it was him,
This is-
really. It was, he
this
took
is
it out
like-
on
This
a,
is episode
3 out of
12. You brought it
12.
out at 9.
he
I'm
took
going
it,
to say
up on
9.
took it out on the poor guy's mother.
Man.
It's kind of like the 3-wood talk.
Nobody likes Jordan Spieth at the U.S. Open?
I don't
No,
think
you're
so.
not liking Victor Hovland, Jason Kokrak. There's your guy, Jason.
No.
Sam Burns.
Scotty Scheffler, he's been hot.
I like the Sheffy pick. But, no, Xander Schauffele. I don't know. Dyslexia flares up, and I get those two
Scheffler's been
confused.
playing well too, though.
Not for a U.S. Open.
That foot slide get you?
Who's going to be the guy, though, like the name, the Andrew Landry a couple years ago that came out of nowhere, or like Rocco Mediate came out of nowhere? There's always that one guy that's the compelling story late in the Saturday.
I don't know.
Usually one of those last 3 groups out, 4 groups out. So that's what's going to be exciting for me. But, yeah, I think I can't wait to see all the hang gliding over there in Torrey Pines, too. That's going to be like
Brooksy,
every other
Brooksy
shot.
might
That'd be too foggy.
play all right.
I say Brooks or Phil. I really do.
Yeah.
So I'll just say Phil.
Be cool to see them two in the final pairing again. That'd be nice.
So what happens if Phil wins this?
But then I lose that
what-
case.
Gosh.
Do you give up your clubs at that point if you're him?
You retire? You go
You
off
say
in
I'm
the
done.
sunset?
I'm golfing the sunset where I grew up.
I don't see Phil doing that, no.
No, I don't either.
No.
He'll be activating the bomb calves.
Yeah, I did see. I think he was riding around in his
That
golf,
golf
cart
cart
the other
looked
day
pretty
with the
sick.
trophy,
He was
Just in-
flying.
just
Did
in
he look
case
like he was going about 50?
just in case you forgot.
He looked like he was going about 50 in that golf cart.
Sounds like your cart. All right.
So Pappy, we got some tournament going on over the seasons this weekend.
Yes,
Wolf.
correct.
Game of Wolf, not maybe the wolf that we're thinking about, but an alternative version.
Well, it's a blind draw team drawing. So the Wolf is a 4-man team, and you have to be Wolf at least, I believe, once every 9. Might be twice every 9, so you have a foursome. And when you're the Wolf, you play by yourself with your handicap, and the other guys are playing a scramble. So you have your Wolf score, and there's prizes for that, for the best team Wolf score. Then there's your scramble score.
Individual score.
No, just your scramble score, and there's prizes for that. And then you have your combined scores, and that's like the Wolf winner. So, pretty big weekend. Man, they scheduled on a hell of a day, June 10th. Man, big day. It's a very important day in the history of Average Goats, guys. It's when
June 10th today.
Mrs. Papineau gave birth to her favorite child, her baby boy, Michael Papineau. So
Ah,
Today's your birthday?
the 12th, yeah, the 12th this
you
Saturday.
said the 10th.
Oh,
That's
the 12th.
today.
You said
No, the
10th.
12th.
You said
The 12th. We're
10th.
talking about the Wolf. I didn't say the 10th.
Yes, he did. He said
said
We'll
June
rewatch this
back.
later.
Cut
tape.
it back.
The 12th.
Back up the truck. Well, happy birthday.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
happy early birthday.
Yeah, I got the best present in front of me right now. It's this awesome trophy that Lofts won another Ryder Cup event this weekend. We took down Whitehawk.
2-0.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you guys are off
We
to a
actually
hell of a
have-
start.
We're calling it the B Team Slam. We have this one. We got the Bison Cup, and then we got the Ford's Swaller Cup right now from last year too. So
Nice.
Which one's the
That's a
Ford
cool looking
Swaller Cup?
trophy.
it's at the house. I can show that to you one day.
Which club? Who's it?
It's the Lakes of the Four Seasons. So
Inter club?
yeah, it's the two of the bigger groups that play out there.
Gotcha.
That's a pretty cool trophy.
Yeah, it's working out pretty good, and you can see 2020 we won it, so our names are on it. It's going back. Our names are going back on there.
Back to back.
Yeah, this thing's gonna look like the Stanley Cup in a couple of years with a couple more platforms underneath it. Look good. The only thing I'd say about this trophy is the lid doesn't come off, so you can't have a little adult beverage out of the top. But
A little cheaper with the one piece.
yeah, we'll make do. But yeah, Saturday we played over there, and out of the 9 matches, it was 5-4 season, so it was close going into Sunday. But Sunday it was
Ass whipping like a.
we took
Great
8 out of 9.
Whoa.
Took 8 out of 9, and this year it was set up differently. We played 2-man Stableford, and it wasn't per hole. It was just all 18 holes, the best Stableford score. So let's just say you guys are partners. You would take your points for the hole, combine it against their twosomes points for the hole. So you were never out of it. Massive swings in all the matches. That's what everybody was kind of talking about afterwards. So it was a really good, fun event, and yeah, everybody got along, which is great. And it was a great group of guys over there at White Hawk, actually. Yeah,
So,
How was White Hawk condition-wise?
it was pretty good. Yeah, they got some new synthetic tee line over there too at their driving range. The day we were there, we were hitting off grass, but greens were rolling pretty good. Yeah.
Joel asked about the course. I was going to ask how many of the group drinks while they're playing or not drink. Everybody drinking? Nobody drinking?
Everybody I played with was
Drinking?
yeah. I mean, it wasn't like beer fest, crushing cans off your head. But
Hit a tee shot.
Yeah, no.
Shotgun a beer.
Hit it.
Saturday over there, we played. Me and my buddy, we played with the Johnnies, and we had a great time. We were definitely drinking. So
Nice.
yeah, John and Johnny.
What was
They were
the
fun.
beer of choice?
I was actually goose and lemonade all weekend
Ooh,
long.
little
Yeah.
vodka lemonade.
Yep.
day.
And then once I got in the air conditioning, switched it over to the Rockies for sure. But it was a little too warm out there for
heavies.
like an IPA you're drinking right now.
It's a smooth one, of course.
That's what it's called.
Smoothie. It's good. 6 Point Brewery. It was really good.
Wow.
Skinny can though.
Skinny can.
I don't know. I
your skinny
heat or no
jeans.
heat. I'm still drinking beers, just lighter version.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna try to do a live look in at the Wolf this weekend on our
Oh, that'd be good.
Facebook. So that would be kind of cool. See if it'll work out, and then I think I'm just gonna go for it. I'm just gonna go for like an on-course interview of whoever wins.
You should.
Just as they make it and win it, if it's gonna go to a playoff, it always does.
Yeah.
So when it does, I'm gonna
Playoffs.
be right in their face with the camera, and we're gonna get their
Hopefully
reaction
you're in
live.
it.
No.
You need the selfie stick
Too
in
low
case you're in
handicap?
it. You gotta interview yourself.
for sure.
Do a little
Selfie stick.
handicap or what?
Snap it over my knee and throw it in the pond is what I'll do with the selfie stick.
No.
But no, you
We're
guys got a
non-violent
little,
on this show.
You got a little. Since when? You got. You guys were brothers. You wrestling your whole lives probably.
Brother's got a hug.
You guys got a little event out at your club this Saturday. What you got going on?
ABC 1, 2, 3, I think.
1, 2, 3.
I'm not signed up.
Not able to play.
Oh no,
Yeah.
you guys aren't playing, huh?
Might play Sunday morning, maybe. I don't know. Might delete.
Might delete. No, I'm not playing either.
Okay.
So
Yeah, we're unexciting golfers this weekend.
that happens.
Graduation parties Saturday.
The old rubber chicken and massacholi. Yep.
The old to-do
Pappy's-
The old fried chicken massacholi circuit. It's that time of year again, folks.
Yep. I mean, you can't pass up some good mazzarella, though, right?
I actually prefer it cold the next day, hungover.
Whoa, I've
You ever
never
had
even
it?
heard of that.
Oh, do it.
Cold mazzarella?
Cold massacholi, throw a couple meatballs in there, eat it
Oh.
cold, hungover.
It's a really, really good meatball.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
It's a good
Well,
meatball.
it's like pizza. You don't eat cold pizza?
No.
No.
What?
Do you,
No.
do you eat cold wings too?
I have, but I don't prefer it.
Ugh.
I do not eat cold pizza. Don't like it.
I gotta warm.
What?
Hot.
Gotta warm stuff up,
Hot.
man.
Really?
I'm not a big leftover person in general.
I love leftovers, but I got to be hot.
I can't.
Try
do
the
it.
cold massacholi. It's not that bad. When you're-
Everybody's gonna be watching this weekend. What the fuck? are
We got the
talking about?
pappy, which is what, ketchup mayo or ketchup mustard on a hot dog?
No,
or
just mustard.
the
What?
No, the pappy was a
the
ketchup
pan
mustard.
was ketchup, mustard, pickles, and an onion.
Yeah. Now we got the
I
cold
can't believe you guys remember
mazzarella.
the stupid shit I say.
Always.
Yeah, cold massacholi. It's not bad at all.
I'm gonna get a burger tonight after league and tell them I want
Cold.
cold
You
burger
want,
with
you,
the
want,
pappy.
you want burger tartare.
Cold burger with the pappy. They're gonna look at me like, huh?
Give me the papinator. See what they bring you.
They may not be bringing a burger.
probably-
Whoa,
The,
where's the thing?
But yeah, I'm
I
pretty
could hit a
sure.
button. I'd hit
just
the
hit
wrong
one. Fucking go for it. Hey!
There it is. Screen.
I don't know why the papinator's a sad noise.
But yeah, the Yusha's got an ABCD 1, 2, 3 game going, I think, and
Probably
sounds like-
pretty good turnout, I would imagine.
oh yeah, I'm sure.
Course will be really tough.
Of course, pins will be really, really tough.
Yeah.
Pin placements.
On Saturday? Nah, they won't. My birthday. It's all good.
Everyone will be right in the middle of the green.
I am lost. He said, didn't he say the 12th? Isn't the 12th?
12th is Saturday.
Yeah,
I
that's my
said
birthday.
earlier,
Oh,
though.
I'm
he
thinking
said the
today.
10th.
See, you-
I'm thinking today's
I never
Friday.
said the 10th.
You said the 10th because
I
I
did
look.
not,
I'm like,
see?
wait,
I
today's the
know it.
10th.
No,
I-
see, I knew you guys screwed me
We'll
up.
check the tape.
Yeah, and I'm right. You're wrong as usual.
Not on this one.
That's Justin Thomas. Ooh,
Hmm.
nice hole in there.
DJ, I know we're in a
Oh,
good
yeah.
round, huh? Nice looking shirt.
So as we wrap this up, what's been going on?
Hey, before we get to that wrap up
Lives.
part,
Yeah.
I played a little golf last Friday at a course that I've never played before, Crawfordsville Country Club,
Okay.
Crawfordsville, Indiana. Nice little track, short porch, old country club golf from the 20s. You know, not too different than Yuki with the big trees and stuff, but short, like quite a bit shorter. But they played as a par 70, I think. There's only 2 par 5s.
Okay.
But greens are really small, like really, really tiny.
So
But
you gotta get good
fun.
at getting up and down.
Yes, but it was cool, fun track. Just thought I'd throw that out there.
How are the greens?
They were pretty good,
Yeah?
quick. Yeah, they were
Nice.
They were nice, good condition. Thought the course was overall not too bad. They run a hell of a deal to be a member there. It's not that inexpensive at all, and they run Peter Millar gear in the shop, which I was pretty impressed with.
Did you snack something?
They didn't have any larges, so no, I didn't.
What about extra large? Who was the large for?
Me.
Oh, sorry.
This fucking guy.
Peter Millar runs a little longer.
Peter Millar runs bigger, else it would have been an XL. No, they had mediums and double X's. So, and Stitch golf shirts in there too. Thought that was kind of impressive.
Double XL. I don't see anything over here for me. Okay, all right. So what I want to do for the wrap-up part is just check in on everyone's golf game. How's your golf game going? Do we still have 10 wedges in the bag?
I did make an adjustment.
Okay.
Took out one wedge, put a 3-wood in.
Oh, I guess I didn't know about this.
3-wood.
I haven't really hit it in a round yet, but I think I'm gonna.
Tonight's the night.
I'm gonna switch back tonight. I think actually.
To wedges?
Back to wedges.
No.
Yeah,
Why?
it doesn't matter.
All right.
Hit some good ones, hit some bad ones. It doesn't matter what's in the bag.
What was the score down in Crawfordsville?
It was actually a little 2-man scramble action. So
And
we were my brother-in-law and I were even or 1 under, I think, on a little 2-man action.
your opponents?
They were 4 or 5 over.
Okay. So it was a pretty good match down to the end.
Yeah, stogies, a lot of beer,
Stogies and
Lo-
beers.
lot of beer. It was like a 30 beer day kind of thing. So had that going for me,
Wow.
which is nice.
Andre the Giant is proud.
Yeah,
Jeez.
and they had premieres in the 16-ounce version, which was kind of nice too.
Pan cans.
Not the big ounces.
Not the
big-
24. I had to tell the lady. I said, "Hey, we had the 24s at our club." But- so
And Joel, how's your game doing?
Golf game is fine.
you've been playing really well.
Yeah.
Don't sell yourself short.
Yeah, I
I've been
saw-
sucking.
I saw a little thing on the social media. Somebody you played with in Florida just raving about you.
Who was that?
The guy that you talked to on the Average Goats Facebook page played with you down in Florida on your vacation.
He's posted something?
Yeah, you responded to it.
No, that was a Four Seasons deal, wasn't it?
4 Seasons. What's that?
They were talking. Are you talking about the guy that asked him about
Lake of the Four Seasons, not the Four Seasons. Okay.
What are you talking about?
LFS or LOFS, whatever you guys go by?
Oh, okay.
You talking about
That
who
was
has
the
2-1?
drive the green and 3-putt thing. Is that what you're talking about?
No, what are you guys talking about?
I'm confused.
I must not have got
Is
this.
this on our page?
He beat us to
Yeah.
the notification, so we didn't see
Yeah,
it.
we didn't even get it.
What's she even doing back there? I never know what she's doing.
Meatloaf. Yeah, I thought there was something out there that's you were talking to someone.
Yeah, it was.
I never responded to anybody.
He beat Don Light in the sectional playoff by driving the green and 3-putting
Luke Krychek. Do you know Luke?
at
No.
Lake
You
of
don't
the
know
Four
Luke?
Seasons.
Luke used to work in the pro shop
Okay.
there at,
At
the
Ush or out
at
there?
The Seasons.
Okay.
So it's either the Seasons or Lake of the Four Seasons,
Oh,
but not
maybe.
Four Seasons, right?
It's
Yeah.
Lofts. Just call it Lofts.
Lofts.
His mom used to live.
Maybe I do know.
I don't know if she does still, but she used to live hole three,
Stacy's mom.
hole 3, par 5.
Bullfights on acid.
What the hell's going on?
Hole 3 or hole 5?
Hole 3. It's a
Yeah.
par 5, correct?
Correct.
She was the house.
I'm not sure
right
why
to
you
the
know
back.
this.
Okay.
Why does he know where his
Right in the
mom
back.
lives?
Because I don't know, but I know the hole. And
Luke,
I know.
Luke played at Boone Grove.
Okay.
So
Very nice.
back when I was in school, he's a year older.
Okay.
So, but that was the conversation that was going on the page.
Sorry. This tee has got me all jacked up.
I'll check
It's
that.
called Lit.
You
It
did play.
was
You
lit.
did play down there while you're in Florida, though.
Yeah, I played at Kelly Plantation
Great,
course.
great place.
It was nice. It was a little stressed, little drought that's going on for the last 2 weeks down
Well, that's
there.
the whole
So,
country essentially.
so I was a little stressed out. The guy that we played with said it's usually in immaculate shape and it's
Fucking mint.
a little rough. I always like going down there, and the workers, the employees at these courses are like, greens are really, really fast.
Really tough out there.
And they weren't that. I mean, they were nice, but they weren't like uncontrollably
Right.
fast.
I like that place. They got like a the clubhouse is like a plantation style house with nice porches around it. It's
Have a
pretty
have a
cool.
little thing I think that they might be only known for, a little quirky thing that they do. They put a cold cooler on the 10th tee with ice, and it's got apples in the cooler.
Oh, I've seen that done before.
So it's pretty cool. Grab a cold apple and bite into it. It's pretty refreshing.
Not a big apple guy, but
Me either.
Honeycrisp?
Ooh,
No,
now
unfortunately-
you're talking.
Unfortunately, they weren't. They were red.
Oh, God. The worst apple ever.
Yeah. So, but the
I-
golf game's fine.
I had a lab in college. I had to taste test 38 apples in one day.
That doesn't even seem right.
Yeah. It was gross.
Were they different?
And then they're all different. And then you had to, write
I know they
about-
were different,
You
but
had to write
could you
about
tell
their
the difference?
sweetness, their tartness, their texture of the skin, all this and that. And then it was dollar beer night. So I think that went.
Dollar beer night.
Dollar beer night at C.O. Daniels back at the old U of I.
And I got
Illinois.
38 apples on me.
And yeah, exactly. They're like, "Do you want to write?" I'm like, "No, I don't want to write." They're
Yeah.
like, "Oh, do you want to do this part of the thing?" I'm like, "No." They're like, "Oh, then you're the third person. You're doing the taste test." And I'm like, "Oh, no problem."
all
Yeah,
sevens.
I would have described
20
them.
apples
That one
in,
was
you're
yellow.
like,
This one was red. This
20
one was
apples,
green.
and you're just like, "Oh my god, just put me out of my misery."
That's
now.
why I don't know how these food.
Every
shows
apple
do
he
it.
had that night, or every beer he had at Dollar Beer tasted like a cider.
No, it was
Belching
fine.
apples and
It was fine.
I started the night off with some Jaeger bombs, and they cleared it all out. No, I'm just kidding.
I
So,
can't even drink those nowadays.
How's your golf game?
Yeah.
it's the
You've been
use-
cleaning house at the
use
tournaments here, so
love-hate relationship. Golf loves to hate me. Yeah, for sure.
wedges continuing to rust or what?
No, they're not rusting at all. More
No.
vinegar. Yeah.
I had somebody that I played with a couple weeks ago in league, and they picked up my wedge on the 17th hole, and they're like, "Man, these things need replaced." And I'm like, "That's funny. They're only 2 months old."
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
my
like, "Really?" I'm like, "Yeah, they're supposed to rust."
yeah, my father-in-law last weekend was looking at my and I have the black finish on them, but they still rusted in some spots. And he's like, "Man, what's going on?" I said, "Hey, that's in. You got to have rust nowadays."
Yeah,
We're
helps-
trying to get this.
Helps with spin.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, this was on the back of the club. But
Nice that you're. It's good to know your league buddy and your father-in-law listen to the show. Not.
I thought we had some guys in Chicago that were going to start following us or something, though.
Pappy
Oh
had
yeah,
some
they're
big
good.
group.
They're
Big
coming. On,
group.
they're coming on the show. They want to talk about what they do in their group. It's a little bit different.
Yeah, we got to hear it.
They like to travel and play different places, and they're going to come on and tell us about a couple courses that I have not played, and I don't think you guys have had. And they're going to talk them up a little bit. And
Nice.
Cool.
yeah, I think they're going to pop in next week. Well, next week's U.S. Open, so maybe after that we'll get
Maybe
through
if we do
US
the we do the live deal for a day and drink some beer, watch golf, maybe we can
Yeah.
have them on and chat a little bit.
For sure, for sure. All right, guys. Well, this is fun as usual. Good luck tonight in league. Who you guys going up against?
Two.
Franklin and Decker.
Yep.
Shanklin and Decker.
Shanklin.
That
and
is
Decker.
a tough twosome.
Dave's coming in hot from the airport.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Claims he can get from Midway. He just landed. He said about 8 minutes ago. Get from Midway to first tee by 4:30.
So that's
Breaking
where I was going to
news.
do my breaking news joke about Justin Thomas, but I'm just glad we're 12 for 12.
Breaking news.
I thought we were going to get out without one. We're 12 for 12.
that was close.
Book it. But all right, guys, have a good week and hit them well.
All right, thanks. You too.
Thanks. Bye.